Hey y'all, what's up? So welcome back to my channel. And if y'all don't already know, this is a day in life with Erica. So yeah, anyways, if y'all don't know, this is a day in life with Erica. Make sure y'all guys subscribe, like, comment, share, so that way when I drop a new video, y'all already know. Alright y'all, so y'all may be wondering, first of all, why she look like that?
Bitch, you look a mess.
And where is she at? Because it's getting real sick, okay? Okay, so I look like this because we've been having some rough weeks. For many that don't know, my youngest Kyer was born premature at 27 weeks and 3 days. He was 2 pounds, 14 ounces. I had some older videos a while back on my channel. When he was born, he was in the NICU. He was in the NICU for 58 days. When he came home, just went down here from there. Just to give a little background, me and his dad had severe asthma, and he picked up that trait, unfortunately. So ever since he's been born, we're always in and out of the hospital. And a couple of days ago, he got sick, like caught like a cold. Took a turn for the worse for the most part, and we ended up here. But by the time we got here, he was so tight. This was probably one of the worst times. One of the worst times when we had to rush him to the ambulance. He couldn't breathe at all. But this is the second most worst time. But he didn't have to get an ambulance. I was able to drive him here. By the time we got here, he was like super tight. I mean, antibiotics, IVs, steroids, inhalers, breathing treatments, crazy, right? But we're doing so much better. He couldn't eat for a while, couldn't drink for a while because he was like choking really bad. And you guys, this is what a lot of people don't see and don't really talk about when you have sick kids. So, one thing that is a little bit unique about me, I don't know if I ever shared it, but I have asthma really bad. Me and his dad actually been incubated, and for those that don't know what incubated means you're basically on a machine that's breathing for yourself. So when I was about 6 years old, that is what happened to me. And fun fact, I literally only have one lung that works correctly because my other one collapsed when I was 6. So my other one is like a balloon all the time. So instead of breathing at 100% of the time, what most people breathe, I have 50% because I only have one working lung. Which is, I mean, it's not good, but I mean, you can live with one lung, so I'm good. And my asthma still bothers me till this day. I look like this because we had to rush out, y'all. This is the real life me. But what a lot of people don't talk about with kids, with sick kids, like my mom, my dad went through it with me, which I'm now seeing the full, like, I always say it's like looking in the mirror, because like me and his dad, luckily I'm a work from home entrepreneur-ish right now, but I was about to get into the field, and unfortunately I actually had to turn down a job because it was just not possible for me to have to go to work if I have to call off all the time when he's sick and things like that, because at the end of the day, let's be real, you guys, these companies will replace you quick, fast, and in a hurry. They don't care if your kids are sick. They don't care if your kids have to go to the emergency room. They don't care if you don't feel good. You can get replaced by somebody who don't have kids and that can be there all day long. And I just cannot. But we are doing much better. I'm going to show you guys Kyer. Kyer right now, he's actually on oxygen still because he is trying to, like, he's good at breathing on his own, but he's still a little struggling a little bit, and his mask looks crazy right now because he's like moving around. He does have an IV in, as you can see, mommy has taped that arm down because he likes to, you know, pull that stuff. I got my laptop over there, as you guys can see. He's like playing around, so this is good because when we first came in, he was not moving around a lot at all. And then, so you can see it, we've been eating pretty good. Hospital's pretty good. We got our nurse's little information up there. He is on an IV right here. And then this is my sleep quarters, you guys. Made it as comfortable as possible. My tablet, y'all know I had to get my Starbucks and all that stuff over there, whatever. And then we have our own private bathroom, which is really nice. Every time he gets in here, we usually have that. And then he had a play mat for if he wants to play with like his toys. They bring him toys and stuff. He had like crayons and stuff. But yeah, he plays for a lot. So this thing is ringing off because his steroid's done. And here comes his nurse. You gotta leave your oxygen on. Yeah, as you can see, Kyer was just getting his vitals done, checked and stuff. That happens like every 2 hours, 3 hours or so. So right now the goal for him is to not need anything for 4 hours, like a inhaler or breathing treatment or anything. Because the longer he goes, the better him going home. So we're just waiting on that. I don't know if we're gonna go home today. If not today, then early tomorrow. But it is what it is. But for other parents out there that don't know, I think this is where a lot of people just don't talk about it. Like when you have really sick kids at home. That's why I did, that was my initial of me starting my business, because I'm like, I can't work a regular 9 to 5, you guys, not with a kid that's sick, as my parents didn't. When I was growing up, a lot of when it came to work, my dad worked his butt off. My mom stayed home a lot until I got older. And was able to go to school and stuff like that. She was a dialysis technician for a long time, and that schedule was super crazy, but she had a good schedule where it was she could work 3 days a week and be fine, or a couple days out the month and be okay. And my dad was the constant worker, and they kind of swap out shifts. One would go home, shower, come home, and back then Children's Hospital was a type of hospital where they had parents headquarters and stuff or parents lounges and stuff like that, where they could go to bed and things. But it's hard, he'll be 2 in August, and it's been hard. When I had to call off for work, luckily my last job was very understanding. I worked from home and I could work from anywhere too. So days I would be in a hospital, I was able to still take meetings and work. So if I ever do go back to work, even starting my business, that's something I would want, is to be able to work from anywhere, not be on the phone, not talking to anybody. Obviously I can't, especially having 2 kids at home, but my oldest, and it's tricky too with my oldest, because I want him to start school. He's supposed to start school this upcoming August. And it's tricky because he's going to obviously start school and get sick, and then he's going to bring it home to him. His doctor's no, I don't want him in preschool, daycare, anything right now, daycare. So if you can, as long as you can, keep him home. So it kind of sucks in a way, because it's dang, you can't be around other kids, and then you have to keep them home. So, which, don't get me wrong, I love my kids to death, obviously, but I do want them to experience that. But it kind of sucks when you have a sick kid. It's just one of the things you just have to kind of sacrifice and suck up. And I'm hoping that maybe once he gets older that he will grow out of it, but who knows. Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, so I'm hoping he grows out of it, but it is hard. I think that's what a lot of people don't talk about. What you want? As far as just the hard part of it, and the exhaustion, for one. I'm super exhausted, I'm super tired. I've literally been up since no lie, Saturday, and it is now Thursday. Because he started getting sick around Friday-ish. Yesterday I didn't really sleep at all here, because they wake him up, and he's one of the people that he's not scared of doctors or nurses or anything, but he's where's my mom type. So we go through that a lot. What you want? I think we want to eat too. Hold on. Here. See if Kyer likes his mac and cheese. I doubt it. Here, you want some? He's fucking mad. You don't like it? Or you're like, I don't know. Alright, the mac and cheese is a win. So at this point, and then like he's already on. So when I was little and I was getting like medicine, inhalers and stuff like that I had to take like daily, a lot of inhalers and stuff, if you're not familiar with like asthma or any medication really, there's a lot of times where you can only give a certain amount, depending on like your weight and age and stuff like that. So right now he's on an inhaler that is a dosage of 110 milligrams. That is a lot. It starts out with like 10. And he started out as 40 and then went to 110 in less than like 2 months. And now that he's having these frequent visits, they're talking about putting him on 220 milligrams twice a day. Here. Hi, anyways, guys, as I was saying, I don't even know what I was saying, but yep. So here we are in the hospital. It looks like we probably will spend another night here. Alright guys, so yeah, as I was saying, sorry, Kyer had to go back in his crib because he was like spazzing out because he gets irritated when he can't be like free and like, you know, walk around. And I probably look insane, but it is what it is. But yeah, as I was saying, like this is the stuff that people sometimes don't talk about, like with sick kids. Like, it prevents you from doing a lot of stuff, especially when you have like 2 kids, because it's like, or you know, just one kid sick. And don't get me wrong, I would rather have one kid sick than both. Oh my gosh. Because like with my oldest, when he catches a cold, it's like, okay, he might have a runny nose and all that, but we ain't going to the hospital. We don't have to constantly give him medicine on a daily. Nothing like that. Like he literally picked up whatever Kyer had, some type of virus or something, cold. He had a runny nose for about 2 days and now he's fine. So I'm not really worried about him going to school and getting sick. The only thing is like him going to school and then coming home and then bringing the germs into the house. Like that's the only thing. There's a lot of stuff you have to do with an asthmatic in a house. Like we have to get our vents clean routinely. We have to, you know, make sure our house is like as less dust as possible. You know, I don't know if you guys ever check your weather and like if you live somewhere hot, or it's not even hot, somewhere if it's like some days on your weather on your phone, it'll say like air quality, people with certain conditions should stay indoors. Those are for asthmatics in particular. When you get a message like that, you got to stay indoors because that means it's going to be a horrible day. You're going to be wheezing, pollen, all of that stuff. You got to think about all that stuff when you're asthmatic. You know, there's like certain places we can't go. We can't do certain animals. A lot of times asthma is like hand in hand with allergies, so that's another thing. The fact that he's premature and he aspirates, meaning like, you know, he may choke on food, and he silent aspirates too at that. So we have to watch him like a hawk. And that's another thing about him going to daycare or school. You know, normally in daycare or school you have numerous of kids and teachers can't be on it like how a parent would when he's eating or something like that. Like I literally hover over him when he's eating, because I don't want him to choke and then, you know, something happens. So we got to be very cautious about that. I'm even considering homeschooling my oldest. I want him to be around kids, I do, but I don't know. I battle with it every day, you guys. I really do. So this is like a little, you know, very sensitive, personal side, I guess. Besides what you guys are usually used to hearing me talk about on my channel. But this is a day in the life with me. So this is a lot of days with me. When it comes to my day-to-day life with Kyer. A lot of times you don't see me giving him his medicine that he has to give daily. mopping and vacuuming and sweeping and dusting like 24/7 of my house, just to make sure, you want to do that anyway, but it's like times 10. We have like a young, small, premature baby that has asthma on top of me having asthma. And I think it is our vents in our current home, because when we moved in, they weren't that clean, but now we have to like really get them clean, which thankfully our landlord understood that we have, it's me, him, and his dad in the house, so like we all have to make sure the vents are clean because we all are affected by that because we all have asthma. The only normal one that doesn't really get sick is my oldest. He has like no problem. And look at this baby kid. So this is how you know he's feeling better, because he's like, doing his thing. But yeah, you guys, and I want you guys to ask me questions like, what's it like doing this, that, and the third, Definitely comment and share, and this may help out another parent. Sometimes you want to talk about that, like especially I'm like basically a young parent with a very small kid, but I kind of love the fact that I have asthma too, because I know when he's in pain, I know what signs to look for. I'm very cautious of that, because I've been through it. I experience it still till this day. So it kind of helps me in a way. But for parents that don't know, I would love to like start, kind of like a vlog or like a conversation about it on my channel for parents that don't know. So hopefully the hashtag will get people to, reach out, and it can be informational for other people and other parents that haven't experienced this. And we can always bounce off each other. I'm not saying I know everything, because it's the first time I had a baby with asthma. This is the first time I had a preemie. So everything is new to me. Even like school, sending kids to school. Like my best friend helps me a lot when it comes to like school stuff with the kids and things like that. He just threw one of his toys out the crib. But yeah, it helps a lot. So yeah, I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of life when it comes to me and Kyer and our family and how we handle him being sick and stuff. So I want to start doing more vlogs too, like when we go to like his appointments or day to day, how it is in our house. I think I'm going to do that this week. And yeah, but before I exit out of here, you guys, and we say goodbye for the day, make sure that you guys subscribe to my channel, like, comment, and share. And once again, you guys, thanks for watching. Say bye-bye, Kyer. Say bye-bye. He's like, nah, I'm trying to get out of here. I'm trying to get my escape plan. All right, y'all. We gonna see y'all later. Peace out.